Prior to using the PCA peels and the products, I was kind of miserable in terms of my face. I have tried everything, nothing worked, and this actually worked. I've recommended it to everybody that will talk to me about it. I think it's something for everybody. I mean, I think everybody has problem areas with their skin. No matter what age you are, it seems like everybody has something.
It works, and I would say, you know, give it a try, because how you're feeling now can change.
I do feel better because my skin looks better, so I'm carrying myself better. It's more of a confidence thing. I think I hold my head a little higher because I look better than I used to.
While I was at dinner with my mom and my sister, I remember my mom looking at my face and saying, "Your face looks great." And then she looked at my sister, "Your face needs to look like that."
I have gotten compliments and people have been seeing improvements, that my face does look a lot better. You know, your face looks fantastic. What are you doing? Looks great.
I have noticed a complete difference. One of my girlfriends, Melissa, asked me, "How do you have such great skin?" The difference comes from using products that really work.
To see what my skin looks like without the sun damage I will never go back to that again. My skin looks better than it's ever looked, and I definitely do not want to ruin that.
My name's Brandy Ann Burnquist, and I'm 33. I was born in Portland, Oregon. I was in the military for quite a while, so being in the Iraq desert and being in Kuwait played a big role on damaging my skin. So even though we do get issued sunscreen, when you're out on the road, you get severely sunburned. I use PCA products. I've had a huge improvement. From teenage till now, I've had horrible problems with acne, and I have nothing. And you can't even tell that I really have scars because my face has smoothed out so much. The cosmetics I use, I noticed that it's smoother on my face. Huge improvement, huge improvement. I love the products, and I will always use them. My husband uses the products. My 14-year-old teenage son uses the body wash. I enjoy the fact that they're certified with PCA. I notice the difference. I'm Native American and Spanish. The knowledge that they have on the products, they're going to fit it to my skin and my nationality, and they target it just to me.
I'm James, I'm 23 years old, and I'm from Glendale, Arizona. I've had acne for most of my life. That's when I started becoming a teen and started coming in. Having acne, makes me a little self-conscious sometimes about my face. I don't like having the red spots or blotches there. In the past, when I take care of my skin, I used to use over-the-counter products, so Oxypaz or Clearasil. I tried those. I've also tried Proactive, which I didn't think worked out that well for me. I did about a month or so, and I didn't see a lot of results, so I wasn't too happy with it. I want a clearer face, I want better skin, and if I had a dream what my skin could look like, I'd like to have clear, healthy looking skin, no acne, no red marks, just good looking skin. I've had 7 peels. There was no pain at all, really. It was pretty relaxing, actually. You get to lay on the table, get your face all cleaned up, and they make it look really good. The experience I've had with the treatments has been absolutely great. Everybody I work with is really friendly. They know exactly what they're doing. I've had nothing but a good experience. The results after the peel, because my face looks a lot clearer, I actually don't get any redness and my skin doesn't actually peel at all. Before I had a lot here on my neck. I break out a lot there, and you're kind of self-conscious when you have a lot of acne on your face, and I think it's really, really died down a lot. It's a lot more manageable. It's not as noticeable, and so I feel a lot better about myself. After the first couple weeks, definitely people started noticing. More and more compliments started coming in from there. Your face looks fantastic. What are you doing? Looks great.
My name is Michelle, and I'm 41 years old.
My name's Christine, and I'm 24 years old.
My name is Heather. I'm 36.
I'm Lisa, and I'm 43 years old.
I've never had a peel. I'm a little nervous about that. I've known family members and friends that have had a peel. They've come out and they've been bright red and irritated looking, so it didn't look like that was something that I ever really wanted to do.
The questions about the peel that I have are predominantly, how is it going to affect my face overall? How many peels will I need in order to get a good result? Is it going to be something that's long-standing? Is it something that I'm going to have forever?
One of the reasons I've never had a chemical peel is because I've heard such bad things about it. I have a friend who had a chemical peel and she left the procedure with blisters on her face and just had a horrible experience.
I've never had a chemical peel before, and I am a little nervous. I don't know really what to expect. I hear everything from it's a piece of cake and like a mild sunburn to, oh, it's horrible, and you feel like you've just had road rash all over your face.
It was easy. I'm not in any pain at all right now. Wow.
Everyone out there who thinks that your skin has to peel or that you blister or that your face turns red, that is simply not true.
It basically just cleans up the dead layers, and it feels great afterwards, and it gives you a nice healthy glow. I thought it was just a great experience.
It looks good. It looks nice and smooth. Before, I felt like I had to put on this mask every day. I've seen a huge difference, like something I've never even anticipated. So I'm very, very pleased.
I have noticed a complete difference. One of my girlfriends, Melissa, asked me, how do you have such great skin?
The whole process was awesome.
It's glowy. My husband would just come up out of the blue and he goes, "You just look so beautiful." I haven't felt this good in a long time.
My name is Dawn and I'm 41 years old. I don't have a skincare regimen. I've just never really known how to take care of my skin. I have really oily skin. I have very sensitive skin, excessive sun damage. I was in high school in the 80s and the tanner the better. I had a lot of freckles as a child. Now that they've kind of faded, but now I have a lot of brown spots on my skin. My skin condition I don't think is very good. I always felt like my skin was aging faster than I was. I just thought there's not much I can do about it, so I was just gonna have to live with it. I'm so excited to finally do something with my skin. When I first came into PCA Skin was about 4 months ago, and I had my first chemical peel. I was very nervous, and it was a breeze. It was actually relaxing. I was surprised. After about 4 or 5 days, I saw a difference already in my face, the way it looked, the way it felt. It was quick, And I remember looking in the mirror in the car after I got down to the car after I had my first peel and amazed.
It looks good, it looks clean and healthy.
I honestly thought that my skin was my skin, that it was genetics, and that, you know, I could probably pile on a bunch of products my whole life and I really wasn't going to see that much difference. My skin looks better than it's ever looked, and I definitely do not want to ruin that.
My name is Heather and I'm 36 years old. I have what they call melasma. It's something that's really aggravating. You can see I have splotches, particularly right here on my forehead. And basically it's just hyperpigmentation of the skin. I'm very self-conscious about having melasma, extremely self-conscious. It has definitely affected my confidence. I do not leave my home unless I'm wearing a full face of makeup. Just to put on my face makeup, it can take me anywhere from 20-25 minutes because I have to sit there and cover and recover and reapply, and just to get like a normal base skin tone that everybody else normally has. Melasma is something that's really been bothering me for a long time, and I'm really ready to do anything that I need to do in order to get rid of it. Prior to using the PCA peels and the products, I was kind of miserable in terms of my face. Before, I felt like I had to put on this mask every day. It did feel unnatural because I felt like I was wearing 2 inches of makeup that was necessary to cover these areas of my face that were really dark to me and very much of a stigma on my face. I couldn't stand it. Yesterday, I actually went out without face makeup on, which is kind of like unheard of for me because of the fact I've been dealing with this for so long. And after this last peel, I just feel like it's so much better that I don't even feel self-conscious about it anymore. I think it's something for everybody. I mean, I think everybody has problem areas with their skin. No matter what age you are, it seems like everybody has something. I have tried everything. Nothing worked, and this actually worked. I've recommended it to everybody that will talk to me about it.
My name's Lisa Bunis, and I'm 43 years old. I was diagnosed several years ago with rheumatoid arthritis, and I have noticed unusual red patches that I didn't have before. Unfortunately, I haven't had many choices as far as any kind of soothing creams or lotions because I've become very hypersensitive. I ended up with massive rashes or skin blotches, and I've tried everything over the counter, and I've spent fortunes on skincare lines that I end up throwing away. I would love my skin to be a little firmer, less blotchy. I would love some of the fine lines to disappear, and just to have a healthy glow back. I've never had a chemical peel before, and I am a little nervous. It ended up being not at all what I expected. It basically just cleans up the dead layers, and it feels great afterwards, and it gives you a nice healthy glow. Some of the finer lines that I had don't seem to be prominent, and I did notice that my color tone actually seems to be more even. My husband would just come up out of the blue and he goes, "You just look so beautiful." It works, and I would say give it a try, because how you're feeling now can change. I haven't felt this good in a long time.
My name is Christina. I am 27 years old. I've been in the Phoenix area for the last 9 years. I think I've had melasma for the last 6 years. I've had people come up to me before and say, "Oh, you have a little something, on your face," and I'm like, "Oh, no, I don't. It's melasma." It's always been there. It's slowly getting darker as time goes on. Of course, living in Arizona makes it really difficult because of the sun. I tend to get darker every time I burn. It's not something that has been able to go away with anything else that I've used. When I first heard that the trial had chemical peels as part of the regimen, I was a little bit nervous. I pictured chemical peels as being something where your entire face gets stripped off and you're bright red and swollen. This wasn't the case at all. The first peel that I had, there was a little bit of tingling, but nothing really painful. After the first peel, I already saw a visible difference. I already saw lightening of the hyperpigmentation. And this had only been a 3-week period between when you have the one peel and when you go in for the new set of photos and the second peel. And so I thought, could it really be that much lighter, or am I just making it up? Well, I went in for the photos, and sure enough, side by side, I asked to look at the pictures right then and there, and it was actually much lighter even after one peel. My husband definitely noticed that the melasma had gotten lighter. It was pretty funny because he definitely noticed that my skin looked better. And then he also knew that I was using a lot of the PCA products. And he kind of hinted that, is there something that I should be using? And sure enough, we got him started on the men's line.
My name's Christine Ong, and I am 24 years old. I typically have real oily issues in my T-zone, through my forehead and down through my nose. Tend to be a little bit drier on my cheeks. As a broadcaster, the kind of makeup I typically wear, it's not what you'd wear on a normal basis. It's definitely caked on a lot more. I'm still on that search for the product that really appeals to my skin. I tend to have fairly sensitive skin, and I have combination skin too. With PCA, it was my first chemical peel ever. I came in having some reservations about chemical peels. My first experience with a chemical peel, I did not peel. So everyone out there who thinks that your skin has to peel, or that you blister, or that your face turns red, that is simply not true. Since I had my chemical peel, I have noticed a complete difference. Actually, one of my girlfriends asked me, how do you have such great skin? The difference comes from using products that really work. PCA has become sort of skin food for me. I am so happy with the way I look right now. The products have given me a renewed confidence about myself. Your face is the first thing that people notice. If you're putting your best face forward and your skin's healthy and you know that it is, it shows. It shows in your presentation, and people notice that.
My name is Brett. I'm 35 and I'm from Portland, Oregon. I've always been prone to getting sunburns. My nose, my forehead, they're always constantly red. My skin's fair. It's not really too dry or too oily, but it does burn, and I have to use sunblock quite a bit to keep me from having that red look. As a guy, the only time I really wash my face is when I'm showering in the morning. I would love to have my skin be kind of one tone. Not the red nose, not the red forehead. I like to have it look kind of natural and look normal all the way through. A lot of times my friends will think I'm sunburned, your nose or your forehead, and even though they don't hurt to the touch, they appear red. And I'd like for those issues to kind of go away if I could. After the peel, it was fine. Really very little discomfort at all. It felt like it just was a little bit of a tingling sensation. No real burning at all. Just kind of a tingling, and then as it was drying, it kind of gave a little bit of an itchy sensation. It felt like having a brand new razor and just rushing through a shave real quick. There was nothing uncomfortable about it. After this first one, my skin tone, even though it looks a little more pale, it's all more uniform than it is with the red forehead and the red nose and the dry skin around my mouth. I'm excited about it being all kind of one tone and not this kind of splotchy redness I have. It's definitely something I would do again. It was not uncomfortable at all and very quick and effortless. I definitely recommend this.
My name is Michelle, and I'm 41 years old, and I was born in Chicago, Illinois. I'm a 2-year breast cancer survivor. I went through chemotherapy and radiation therapy. I had a double mastectomy, and I'm here today to tell about it. While going through chemotherapy and after the chemotherapy, my skin became really dry, easily irritated. Being out in the sun or any kind of heat makes it blotchy and red. I would like my skin to look smooth and just the same color. When I first started this trial, I was still kind of coming out of my whole cancer experience. And right then, you're just on survival mode. When time passes and you get farther away from the actual diagnosis and the treatment and doing all that stuff, then you start to feel, okay, I've survived, so that's checked off my list. Now I need to start feeling better. What do I need to do to make myself feel better? I thought it was going to be really red. One day, my 7-year-old son came up to me and he stroked my face and he said, "Mom, your face is so smooth and pretty." That really meant a lot to me, especially going through what I had gone through before and, being bald and being sick. To be at that point to where we've gone through everything, for him to notice that I look brighter, I look nicer, I look better.
My name is Smitha Das. I am 29 years old and I am from Arizona. In my teenage years, I definitely broke out a lot. I would have spontaneous blemishes, and when the blemishes did go away, they would leave dark spots, and I was very insecure about them because I didn't know how they would go away. Kids were actually very mean to me. I actually didn't even have a date to the prom. I went to the prom alone and came to college, and I think I became a little bit more confident after that, but growing up, I actually was very insecure about how I looked. I noticed a significant difference between the left side and the right-hand side of my face. There's some bumpiness and some redness that looks completely different than the right side. The only thing that I can think of that might be causing that is when I'm driving, the sun is beating on the left side of my face than it is on my right. I did not have a chemical peel before, so it was definitely the first time. Because of the name implies chemical peel, I really thought I would have some burning and some chemical-like, smell and odor and some peeling. But once I went through the experience, really there wasn't much of that. My experience was really good. Immediately after the chemical peel, skin looked very hydrated, very moisturized, very youthful. I would definitely recommend the PCA skincare line. Even the chemical peel, if they have any irregularities on their skin, it's definitely worth a shot. I had a great experience. I noticed a difference, and I'm sure others will definitely benefit as well.